How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ashton's Trader Joe's Wine and Spirit Review. Today I have something special. And I know I always say that, but this one's extra special, okay? Let me tell you why. Right off the bat, what do you see? High West Double Bourbon, right? The American Prairie Bourbon, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. But there's a twist to this one. You ready? This thing's loud, little coin. I don't know if you can read that. This is High Time Wine Cellars limited release. Okay? It's better. Now, if you're not familiar with High Times Wine Cellar, there's only one of them, and it's in Southern California. And if you ever make it down this way, you have to go to High Time Wine Cellars because they have the best of the best of all the whiskeys. They're unbelievable. I know this is a Trader Joe's channel, but like I said, I'm gonna shy away every now and then, especially if it's something like this. Now this one in particular is a High Times Wine Cellars limited release. So this does not exist anywhere but one store in Costa Mesa, California. This is it. It does not exist anywhere else. The barrel number is 521, bottled for High Time, finished time, 1 year and 2 months, so 14 months. And the barrel type, the barrels they use to finish this American Prairie Bourbon in is barreled Manhattan barrels, okay? Now, what does that mean? That means that the original American Prairie Bourbon, which is mostly 2 years old, and I believe there's some 6-year-old bourbon in there. They get that. High Time Wine Cellars went to the High West Distillery in Utah. Is it Utah? Park City, that's right, Utah. They selected barrels that they thought was best, and they said, you know what, hey guys, can you take these barrels that we selected and finish them in Manhattan barrels? So what they do is, there's a thing called barrel-aged Manhattans. So it's basically a Manhattan drink barrel-aged in a new barrel. And they usually do it around 6 weeks to 6 months. And so they age these Manhattans in these barrels, okay? Put them aside. High Time Wine Cellars purchased those barrels, sent them over to Park City, Utah, to High West Distillery, and said, hey, those barrels we selected that we really liked at your distillery, can you finish those in this Manhattan barrel for us? And they did. Not only did they do that, but they finished them for 1 year and 2 months. So 14 months in these Manhattan barrels, okay? This is unlike anything I've ever seen, period. I mean, a Manhattan barrel finished bourbon by High West. It's just, oh man. High Times does it again. They have a lot of whiskeys like this that I just found out about. High Time Wine Cellars Select Whiskeys. It's awesome. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna review it tonight. I got the hat off. I had to do this one. I couldn't help myself. I was gonna do a lot of Irish whiskeys this week because, you know, St. Patrick's Day, what have you, but you know, I came across this and I was like, you know what? I had to do it. So let's get into it. As you can see, if you follow me on Instagram, I kind of dug into it a little bit. I couldn't help myself. I waited 2 days and I took a little bit. I took a dram and it was, so yeah, I'm not gonna say what it was. So let's just get into it. This is rare whiskey, okay? Oh, so it says on the back, so then they didn't change much of the bottle. So our American Prairie is carefully crafted blend of straight bourbons at least 2 years old, okay? So this is now 3 years old because the 2 year and the 6 year, whatever, how many years the whiskey was aged in, that was in this barrel, has an extra 14 months on it. And ABV, normal American Prairie Bourbon is at 46%. This is at 50.2, so it's basically 100. It's basically 100 proof. So yeah, let's get into it. So shall we? This coin is kind of annoying, but I'm not taking it off. This is part of the bottle. Oh yeah, let's get into it. Let's wet the cork a little bit. I like to wet my corks a lot. All right, let's get into the nose, and then we'll get into the tasting. As far as the color goes, they kind of state on the bottle, they don't chill filter, they don't use color, but it's definitely a little bit darker than the original Prairie Bourbon, that's for sure. Oh yeah, right off the bat, you're getting something a lot different. Classic bourbon, medicinal cherry. I get that a lot from bourbon is the medicinal cherry, really. Vanilla, of course. But with this, you can smell a little bit of the vermouth that they put into Manhattan, so it's seasoned. The barrel is seasoned with Manhattan, so you can smell the vermouth. You can kind of smell the bitters a little bit, but it's very subtle. To me, it almost smells like it almost smells like a mix between, this is what it smells like to me, okay? I'm not gonna lie. It smells like bourbon, okay, with Coke, both two different types of Coke. It smells like a bourbon with cherry Coke and a bourbon with vanilla Coke. So mostly bourbon, splash of vanilla Coke, splash of cherry Coke. That's literally what this smells like to me. Yeah, you can smell the Manhattan finish in there. It's just different. It's always sherry barrels and wine barrels. This is a Manhattan barrel finish. This is, oh, it's awesome. Let's go in for the taste. Oh, man, this stuff smells amazing. And it's at 50%. Honestly, it has less alcohol burn on the nose than the original Prairie Bourbon at 46%. God, that's good. Yeah. Getting that classic bourbon taste. Medicinal cherry, but almost like fresh cherries as well in there. Oh, the nose is incredible. The taste is incredible. It's a lot smoother than the original. The original American Prairie at 46%, non-chill filtered, is amazing. This just adds a whole nother layer of just flavor and nuance, and it's usually with like a higher proof whiskey at 50% or more. When you go in for the nose, you kind of get like that burn a little bit. That is not there. I mean, there's no burn on the nose. It does not taste like it's 50%. It's just really nuanced, clean. You can kind of taste the bitters in there. You can taste the vermouth in there, but it's so subtle. It's just enough to really accent what this bourbon really is. It's just, oh, it's good. Wow. I'm going for the final taste. Well, on the video, there's gonna be a lot more tastings after this, let me tell you. Wow, this is good. It's smoother than the original bourbon that they sell. It's got like different cherry notes for me in particular. More like fresh cherries mixed in with the medicinal cherry. The wood level on this in the palate is just perfect. It's just, honestly, this is very good. You guys have to find a way to get this in your cubby, all right? Because it's amazing. I mean, this is different. It's not a sherry cask finish. It's not a whatever else they finish it in, port and everything like that. This is different. I'm sure they've done this before in other whiskeys. I haven't really found them. If you have found them, let me know about them because I want to try those too. But this is amazing. High West, they source very well. They're very picky where they source from. And the bourbon or the rye that they do get, or even the single malt that they do get, the peaty single malt with the campfire, they source well. They're very good at what excuse me, they're very good at what they do. They make amazing whiskeys, or bottle amazing whiskeys. And they made an amazing whiskey for high times. So yeah, give it a shot, guys. And this, in California, I mean, it's gonna be the set price anywhere because you can only buy it in one spot. In California, Costa Mesa, California, to be more specific, this was $45.99, okay? So you're basically spending an extra $12 in California to get this amazing whiskey. This smokes the original out of the water. This is amazing. It's different, and it's beautiful. So yeah, come on down to Southern California and pick yourself up a bottle of High West Park City, Utah whiskey, American Prairie Bourbon, finished for 14 months in Manhattan barrels. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. Let me finish the rest of this. Probably pull myself another one when this video ends. And, oh yeah, cheers guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, many more to come. You guys have a great night. Cheers.